The United States Navy has nearly 500,000 personnel, approximately a quarter of whom are in ready reserve. Of those on active duty, more than 80% are enlisted sailors, and around 15% are commissioned officers. The rest are midshipmen of the United States Naval Academy and midshipmen of the Naval Reserve Officer Training Corps at over 180 universities around the country, and officer candidates at the Navy's Officer Candidate School. Sailors prove they have mastered skills and deserve responsibilities by completing Personnel Qualification Standards tasks and examinations. Among the most important is the Warfare qualification, which denotes a journeyman level of capability in surface warfare, aviation warfare, naval aircrew, special warfare, submarine warfare, or expeditionary warfare. Many qualifications are denoted on a sailor's uniform with U.S. Navy badges and insignia. Commissioned officer. Commissioned officers in the Navy have pay grades ranging from 01 to 010, with 010 being the highest. Those with pay grades between 01 through 04 are considered junior officers, and 05 and 06 as senior officers. Officers in the 07 to 010 range are called flag officers or the Admiralty. Promotion through 08 is based on performance in an officer's current pay grade, which is recorded in FITREPS. Promotions to Vice Admiral and Admiral are based on assignment to specific positions and subject to U.S. Senate confirmation. Above the rank of Admiral is Fleet Admiral, which was awarded to only 4 officers in World War II and is intended to be used only during a declared war. In 1899, a special rank called Admiral of the Navy was created for Admiral George Dewey, a war hero of the Spanish-American War, with the condition that it would cease to exist upon his death. Commissioned officers originate from the United States Naval Academy, Naval Reserve Officer Training Corps, Officer Candidate School, and a host of other commissioning programs such as the Seaman to Admiral 21 program, the Limited Duty Officer-in-Chief Warrant Officer Selection programs, the United States Merchant Marine Academy, or receive direct commissions via Officer Development School from its reserve component, the Direct Commission Officer School. Commissioned officers can generally be divided into line officers and staff corps. Line officers can be further split into unrestricted and restricted communities. Unrestricted line officers are the warfighting command element and are authorized to command ships, aviation squadrons, and special operations units. Restricted line officers, on the other hand, concentrate on non-combat related fields, such as engineering and maintenance. They are not qualified to command combat units. Staff corps officers are specialists in fields that are themselves professional careers and not exclusive to the military, for example, medicine, science, law, and civil engineering. Staff officers typically serve on the staff of the line officer counterparts to provide professional advice. Navy line officers are promoted based on an up or out system. The Defense Officer Personnel Management Act of 1980 establishes uniform rules for timing of promotions and limits the number of officers that can serve in the Navy at any given time. Rowspan equals 2, United States. Rowspan equals 2, various. Fleet Admiral, Admiral, Vice Admiral, Rear Admiral, Captain, Commander, Lieutenant, Commander, Lieutenant, Lieutenant, Ensign, Midshipman, Officer Candidate, Chief Warrant Officer. Chief Warrant Officer pay grades range from W2 to the highest rank of W5. United States Navy CWOs are officers whose role is to provide leadership and skills for the most difficult and demanding operations in a very specific technical specialty. They occupy a niche that is not as well served by the line officer community, who tend to have a broader command focus. CWOs come from the non-commissioned officer ranks of the enlisted and receive the commission after completing the Chief Warrant Officer program. They typically become CWOs in specialties that are most related to the previous enlisted rating, like Staff Corps officers. CWOs wear special insignia above the rank devices on the shoulder boards and sleeves to indicate the field of expertise. Enlisted sailors. Enlisted members of the Navy have pay grades from E1 to E9, with E9 being the highest. All enlisted sailors with pay grades V4 and higher are considered petty officers, while those at E7 and higher are further named chief petty officers. Those who demonstrate superior performance are given an increase in pay grade. The official Navy term is to be advanced. Two notable advancements are from seaman to petty officer 3rd class and from petty officer 1st class to chief petty officer. Advancement to chief petty officer is especially significant and is marked by a special induction ceremony. Enlisted members are said to be rated, meaning that they possess a rating or occupational specialty. Members of grades E1 to E3 can become strikers, meaning they have rating designations like petty officer, but the striker is doing on-the-job training to become a rated petty officer rather than attending a school to become rated. There are more than 50 ratings covering a broad range of skills and subspecialties. However, most sailors in today's Navy with grades E1 through E6 obtain the rating through its respective A school. An A school is a rating-specific school where sailors are trained as experts in the field. Upon completion of the training, they are considered rated, regardless of the pay grade. For example, SN Tester Mary would be considered a seaman tester. Prior to her rank of SAR, rating would be placed. Therefore, her entire title would be ITSA Smith Mary. IT indicating that she is an information systems technician. As for ENFN Thompson John, and specifying that he is an engineman and FN as fireman. Uniforms and appearance. The uniforms of the United States Navy are designed to combine professionalism and naval heritage with versatility, safety, and comfort. The Navy currently incorporates many different styles that are specific for a variety of uses and occasions. In most cases, distinctions are made to distinguish officers and enlisted men in their uniformed appearance. U.S. Navy uniforms can generally be divided into three categories: dress uniforms, service uniforms, and working uniforms. Dress uniforms are worn during military-related formal occasions, such as ceremonies and other official functions. Many types of dress uniforms are used in the Navy with the full range of formal requirements represented. Service dress is the least formal dress uniform. Full dress is one step higher in formality, and mess dress is the most formal dress available. Service uniforms are designed for daily wear and are most often worn in office or classroom-type settings, as well as other occasions in which physical activity is at a minimum. The most visible distinction between officers and enlisted personnel is the color of the service uniform. Only officers and chief petty officers are authorized to wear service khaki or service white. All other personnel must wear the Navy service uniform. Working uniforms prioritize comfort and safety first and thus are the most utilitarian of the Navy uniforms. They are intended for use in underway ships and in occasions that involve dirty, physical labor. Many working uniforms are variations of the service uniforms except with less formal requirements. This category includes Navy coveralls, which are authorized to be worn by members of all ranks. Recently, the Navy completed a project named Task Force Uniform to streamline Navy uniforms. Among the changes of that, enlisted personnel from seaman recruit to petty officer first class will have one year-round service uniform instead of winter blues and summer whites. All personnel from seaman recruit to admiral will also have new working uniforms dubbed Navy Working Uniform to replace the wash khakis, coveralls, utilities, and aviation working greens currently in use. The uniform is a digital patterned camouflage in predominantly haze gray and blue hues. Grooming for both male and female sailors is regulated to a high degree, with exact standards in regards to hair, facial hair, use of cosmetics, and jewelry. New male recruits are given the military crew cut and are prohibited from having hair longer than 4 inches while in the service. Men are required to be clean-shaven at all times, although moustaches are allowed. Women do not have a hair length regulation. However, hair cannot fall past the bottom edge of the uniform collar, and the style of hair is strictly controlled. Multicolored hair, body piercing, and tattoos on the head, neck, and hands are banned for both sexes.